Hello everyone. Can you hear me clearly? Am I audible? Yes. Okay, perfect. Hello guys, welcome to the Christ University entrance test. Ask me anything. Uh, the round one is over. We have done the analysis. Clearly, round one entrance test was not what it was supposed to be for many of you. There were technical difficulties. Some of you could not see questions. Some of you could not see options. Some of you could not give the test also. But everything is now sorted because students were given a retest. Now it is all about what are the next steps, what you need to do. Like you guys know, every single year in Christ University, every student is called for skill assessment, and the students are also called for micro presentation and a personal interview. All the three things they take place on the same day. Starting with the skill assessment, where you will be called into a room and you will be given a topic, and you need to write on a piece of paper or A4 size paper, and you need to write upon that. And you will be given approximately 10 minutes to write. Then you will be asked for a personal interview where you will have panelists, which will consist of either two or three people from Christ University, which will be followed by a micro presentation. You will get 60 seconds to think and 90 seconds approximately to talk. Now, let us see what doubts you have. You can ask me anything regarding this process, regarding what will happen in the round two, and anything. So I'll just keep on reading. Is Sir, I'm stressed about the interview, micro presentation, and skill assessment. Uh, Again, don't be stressed about the interview part or micro presentation. Christ usually has a very chill or calm interview. Usually, many students report that their interview was very good. If they have given a mock PI with the IMS mentors, they are completely comfortable to tackle those questions and handle those questions even on the main day. Now, talking about Christ PI, there are few questions which are asked almost every year to majority of the candidates. Introduce yourself. Christ personal interviews are very heavy on academic related questions. So they will ask you that what is your favorite subject in 11th and 12th standard. And according to that, they may ask you the counter questions on academics. So make sure that whatever topic you are saying, you are revising it well today before you give your PI. And regarding micro presentation, again, there is a structure to give the answers. Whatever the topic, maybe you have to speak only for 90 seconds. So if you have a structure in mind where you introduce the topic, where you give 2 points for pros, 2 points for cons. If all the things are for pros only, so you give 4 points for pros, and then you give a closing statement and complete it. Giving a structured answer will make it better, and it will also allow you to speak for 90 seconds. Many students think that they can speak for 90 seconds, but then they end up only speaking for 60 or something, or they end up repeating the same points again and again. So just be careful about that. Sir, should we also carry our certificates and achievements portfolio? Yes, in your file where you will be carrying your 10th and 12th mark sheets and everything, it's always good to just have those things in your file with you. In case they ask you, you can give it to them. If not, it's never bad to have them handy with you during the personal interview. Will they ask 11th and 12th questions in interview? Yes, like I mentioned, academic related questions have always been very crucial in Christ PI. So be careful about that. So what will be at first time PI, MP or essay? It will start with skill assessment and then you will be taken for your personal interviews and micro presentations. So what if I fumbled during micro presentation? Don't worry. Again, they are not expecting students to give a monologue. They just want to know that how can you structure your thoughts in that short time, and then what can be the best way to present your points in front of them and communicate those points. Having a small fumble is not a big red flag. So don't worry so much. Just make sure that whatever you are speaking is true and you are not exaggerating a lot. Plus, you are not throwing in random numbers because they may take cognizant of that fact that a student is saying numbers without any relevant proof. So just be careful about that. Sir, I'm taking BCom in International Accountancy and Finance. 11, 12, yes, accounts, you can brush up your 11, 12s and that should be sorted. Also, make sure that you also go through your economics. Even that can be few questions which can be thrown in your way. Favorite subject is English. Yes, you can say that favorite subject is English, but then it may tend towards the questions related to literature or the favorite books which you like read and favorite author and also like why English you are so fascinated with. Also, it should be aligned with your course. So if you say your favorite subject is English, then they may ask you a question that, okay, then why not pursue a formal degree in literature and why you are trying to do BBA or BCom in finance. So just be careful about it. If my degree is related to accounts, can I say my favorite subject is economics? Yes, definitely you can say that it's economics, but at the same time, because your degree is related to accounts, it's always recommended that you go through all the basics of your accounts. So just be careful about that. Should I take both parents to the campus? Even one parent is enough. Parents usually have no role on that day. I mean, they are there for your support. That's it. But they won't be participating in any of the rounds. So one parent is enough. If my test hasn't gone that well because of technical issues, will interview be enough to get me in? Okay, Shirin. So what usually happens is that for Christ University, we don't know what is the exact weightage for each and every component. So let us say if I talk about IPMAT Indore, we know that 65% is for entrance test and then 35% is for personal interview. Let us say we talk about NMIMS. So we know that the entire thing is based on impact performance. If we talk about symbiosis, 70% entrance, 30% PI. Now, for your Christ University, they have never disclosed that what is the weightage to past academics, what is the weightage to entrance test, what is the weightage to your micro presentation, weightage to skill assessment, weightage to PI. Since these components are not known, let's not speculate that entrance test, if it is bad, you cannot get in, or if entrance test is very good, it can guarantee your admission. You need to make sure that across all the parameters, you are giving your best. Now, 10th academics is not in your control. Entrance test, whatever happened, it happened. So that's done. You have three more components in your favor right now. You can give your best in that. If they have good enough weightage, you can still expect to convert that call and get the admission. Also, remember in Christ University, if you get rejected in the first round, you guys are allowed to still appear for the second round. And second round, the dates are already out. So the last date to fill for the second round is 30th March. And the online test, again, remember, even for the second round, they are going to conduct the online test, but hopefully it will be way better and smoother because now they have seen that what kind of technical issues are there in round one. The second round online test is on 6th April, and for the second round, PI will be between 10 to 12. You guys will know your results whether you are selected or rejected as per the official website on 13th on 18th December. So after 18 December, if you guys are rejected, you have your second round and you can apply that time. So don't worry that much about it. Sir, I was also advised to read regarding the courses and in-depth knowledge of course applied. Okay, so regarding the courses and everything, you can visit the official website of Christ, and there you will get all the details. Also, if you can't find the website link or anything, you can go to Grad School Zone, and every single program is mentioned there. So there we have also provided the feature of going to the course website. So you can click there, and from there also you can visit the particular courses. And there, I'm pretty sure they would have given you everything about the course, the basic reasons why you should apply to that course. For some of the courses, even the brochure would be available. So you can download that and you can see all the relevant information. So that would be very helpful for all of you. if they asks me subject based question and I don't know the answer, okay, if they ask you a subject based question, very important advice, don't lie. Don't try to beat around the bush and give some random answers, or try to say, I'm thinking, oh, it's that. No. Be honest about it. Say that you cannot recollect that particular fact right now. Again, don't say that I don't know, I have not studied. Just say that for that particular point of time, you are not able to recollect it, and you can ask them to either change the question or they may ask you something else. But just be honest in your personal interview. Again, the Christ PIs are usually for 10 to 15 minutes. So if you waste your time giving a lot of random answers or lying, it will not look good on you. So just be honest during your personal interview. I by mistakenly chose Christ University. No, that is not possible. Even the FAQs mention that now you will not be able to change your particular course. If you are going to the campus for your personal interview, you can request and try something, but right now it's not possible to change it. Also, other topics for in general or related to personal experience. Anandita, the topics for your skill assessment are usually general. They are not related to personal experience because everybody is asked to write the skill assessment at the same time. So it's not like kind of based on your personal experiences. They are general, and usually the topics are such that you are able to think upon it for at least 2 or 3 minutes, and you can easily write A4 size paper. They don't ask you some advanced topics like quantum mechanics or nuclear physics or something. It's not like that crazy. Very basic topics, and you can definitely have your opinion and thinking capacity on that particular topic. So you don't need to worry about that. Save myself from academic. Can I say English? Yes, you can say English is your favorite subject, but again, when you say English, they would then expect you to kind of be well versed with your grammatical rules, well versed with figures of speeches, also your literature. Again, what you have been studying in English in your 11th and 12th. If you are well versed with all those things, you can definitely say English as your favorite subject, but then be ready for such counter questions. Also, be ready for a question which may come that why aren't you pursuing literature or something if you like English so much. So just be careful. Is the micro presentation included in 10 to 15 minutes of PI? Yes, usually micro presentation is also part of the 10 to 15 minutes only. Can you please tell by step when is the entrance exam and when will be the okay, so entrance exam is already done for everybody. Your micro presentation and skill assessment and personal interview, everything is tomorrow for round one. If you're asking me about round two, so for round two, the entrance test will be on 6th April 2026. The personal interview will be between 10th to 12th April, again in offline way, and your online test will be there, and results will be on 14th April. Any topics we should prepare from before? Okay, so based on last year interview transcripts and experiences, what students have been sharing with us, what they got was questions on micro presentation related to artificial intelligence. Also, some students were asked micro presentation topics based on some things which was mentioned in their profile. So you can also expect questions on that. There were few questions on micro presentations which were based on the course which you had chosen. So let us say if somebody was choosing BBA, so there was a question which was how will AI impact marketing or AI impact finance, those kind of things. So you can expect those kind of questions. Also very important when it comes to personal interview, every single candidate, at least what they have reported to us, was that they were asked, tell me something about yourself. So interviewer will ask you or will give you the platform to speak for almost 90 seconds to maximum 120 seconds or 2 minutes about yourself. So during that intro, make sure that you're bringing out the best points about yourself. You are telling your academic achievements, you're telling your extracurriculars, you're mentioning your internships if you have done something like that, you're mentioning your sports achievements or something. Also, if there is something which is extremely unique about you only in your profile which makes your interview memorable. So make sure to highlight that. Another common question in Christ personal interview is which course you are applying, which campus, and why that particular course in campus. So have a very robust answer and a rationale for that particular question. Then again, academic related questions would be asked to you. So be careful about it. Will there be current affairs? Yes, there can be few current affair questions also. Few mainstream news which is happening right now. The Indigo flights getting cancelled. So you should be aware about that. The right to disconnect bill which was passed recently, the labor laws. Also, they have a tendency to ask a question that what is your future plan? So some of you would say that we want a career in corporate, or after MBA we want to work in corporate for few years and then have your own company or something. And there have been recently changes in labor laws. So those kind of news may be very relevant to your PI. So you should know that kind of current affairs also. Anandita, if you are a IMS student, definitely you can share your essays with your mentors. And as in when they are free from their schedule, definitely every mentor would be out there to help you with a feedback. So definitely you can connect with your mentor. I haven't done my entrance exam, but I am called for an interview tomorrow. So I'm confused on what to prepare. Should I prepare everything? Uh, Again, if you have not done your entrance exam, get in touch with them, because usually everybody has completed. It was even rescheduled for students who could not complete it on last Sunday. So connect with them, but you have to start preparing for your personal interview and micro presentation, irrespective of that, because you have to give those components. So could you please tell me what I should wear for my interview? Formal? Yes, guys, please wear formal. If you guys are aware, in Christ University, even after admission, they have a uniform code policy. So they don't have uniform, but they have certain dress code, and you have to adhere to it. So especially when you're going for your personal interviews offline at the Christ campus, please dress well, dress in a very formal way. For boys, also make sure that your haircut is proper, your hair is trimmed. Make sure to wear a formal shirt. If you have a blazer, definitely wear a blazer. It will create an impression. So make sure that you are dressing and grooming yourself well. Sir, is Christ second round also online proctored? Yeah, yes, Bhumi, Christ second round is also going to be online only, and that will happen on 6th April. So, Samarth, what are the details which you need to carry? The details of all the documents which you need to carry are mentioned on the admit card, where you would be allocated the time and the campus which you need to visit. So in that only, in all the instructions, it's mentioned. So just read through it carefully and you will understand every documents which you need to carry. Oh, okay. Regarding this proctored test, yes, it was proctored, but they will not see your video recordings after the test. It was proctored, and if somebody was looking down, or if somebody was looking outside for quite some time, or if they suspected that somebody is copying, during that exam time only people were given warnings. So whatever proctored window and everything was there, it was for that particular hour. They won't be sitting and rewatching the entire 120 minutes of recording for all the students. So don't worry about it. Sir, if they ask us, is there anything you want to ask us? What should we say? Okay, a very good question. Usually, interviewers like to end the interview on that note. Recommendation is that you can ask a question which is specific to your post. Don't ask a very general question as that what is the fest in Christ University or what are the extracurricular activities. It just seems too generic. Whatever course you are applying to, if there a particular subject which you're too curious about, or if you're curious about what kind of internship opportunities are available for a particular domain which you are interested in, or if you're curious about the research paper. So in Christ there is a option similar to all the other colleges now, because of new educational policy, to do honors. So you can ask about what kind of research opportunities are available, and how would that research be conducted, and what would be the learnings and takeaways. So those kind of questions. But again, it should be something which you're genuinely interested in. So it does not seem like it's AI prompt, or it's something which somebody has said and you have just asked for the sake of asking. So just be careful about that. So what if the micro presentation topic is not comfortable, or you don't know it? Or you can ask them for 1 minute to think, and usually whatever topics are asked, they are not very advanced topics or something which is too controversial also. So trust me, you will be knowing something or other on that particular topic. If you have a structure in your head, you will be able to speak also for 90 seconds. Don't worry too much about it right now. uh, Skill assessment will be before the PI, and then it will be followed with your PI and micro presentation. Is the blazer compulsory? No, blazer is not at all compulsory. If you have one and if you wear it, it will look good. If not, wear your proper formal shirt and your trousers, and if possible, have a tie. So, what is exactly the difference between micro presentation and skill assessment? Okay, so skill assessment is a platform where they will be asking you to write on a particular topic for 10 minutes on maximum A4 size paper. In micro presentation, they will be giving you a topic, and in that topic, you will be given 60 seconds to think whatever points you want to say, and then 90 seconds to speak. So, that's the major difference between the skill assessment and the micro presentation. Sir, I don't have the original copy of my class 11 mark sheet, but I do have a soft copy. Definitely take out a printout and a photocopy with you for your personal interview. Don't carry anything in soft copy. For every single document, make sure that you have either, if you don't have the original, make sure that you have the printouts, color printouts available with you. Please don't keep anything in terms of soft copy. स्किल असेसमेंट में क्या होता है अगेन you will be given a topic, you will be given approximately 10 minutes in a A4 size paper, and you need to write on that particular topic. Or can we ask them to change the micro presentation topic? I'm not 100% sure about this, but whatever students' feedback we have received from the last year in the Christ micro presentation, students were not like no student was set allowed to change the topic, or none of the students have reported that they had changed their particular topic. So this is something which I'm not sure about, so I'll not give a definitive answer to you. But my recommendation would definitely be that don't change the topic. It will not be something which is too complex. You will be able to manage it. So, again, if it is something which is extremely difficult for you to process, only in that circumstances, think about changing your topic, or else please avoid and refrain from these things. Are there any final things you would recommend we should do or go through now to prepare for either of the three segments? Uh, yes, I would just recommend you that for your personal interview, for your introduction, don't memorize it. It should not be like you're giving a monologue or it's a rote learn thing. It's a personal interview, guys. It should look like a personal interaction. So keep it very natural. But that said, for your intro, there should be some pointers which you know you want to cover. So make sure that those pointers are written somewhere. Now, academic related questions, you know there is a very high probability they will be asked. So make sure that you are revising that. Next, few basic interview questions which comes, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? So make sure you're reading on those. What is your career plan? So make sure you have written it somewhere so that you are aware that this is broadly what you want to say when they ask you your career plan. Why you want to do a particular course? So make sure you have written those pointers also. So those are few probable questions, and you can write those pointers and revise it today. But again, it should not look like that you have wrote learned the answer and you are just vomiting that same thing in front of the panelists. It should come out very naturally, and it should be a conversation between you and the panelists. What can they ask about or related to budget? I am not convinced right now that they will ask you anything about budget, because budget is usually which comes in February and is something which is a very hot topic in the IMPS. But right now there is nothing which is going on regarding budget. But definitely they can ask you about the Indian rupee being at its all-time low against the dollar, which happened recently only. They can definitely ask you about India being a $4 trillion economy. So, and then GDP per capita, the GDP growth rate. So they can ask you regarding those things, but not specifically regarding the budget. Is skill assessment for all the students? Yes, skill assessment is going to be for all the students. You can find this document on the Christ official website if you go right now. So it is mentioned that against all the programs, skill assessment, micro presentation, personal interview, and entrances, all four components are given as yes against all the programs. Sir, I have a folder consisting of my resumes and certificates. Okay, so carry it with you, keep it with you all the time. If they allow you to take it inside the room where panelists are seated, you can ask the panelist if they would like to go through your resumes and certificates. If not, you can keep it with yourself only. So please say some academic questions on economics. Okay, on economics, few questions could be that few famous laws which are governing economics. For accountancy, it can be what are your basic financial statements, which statement is the first statement which you start with, followed by the second one, then the third one. Few ratios important in finance. They can also ask you about the IPO thing, because currently many students say that they are fascinated with stock market, and recently there have been many IPOs and quite a few of them have been in news for multiple reasons. So they can ask you on that also. So they can also ask you what is the IPO, what is the full form. So those kind of things. They can ask you the P and P ratio. So those are few important academic topics which you should do. uh, Uday is saying what you are asking about the quality versus quantity. Uh, this is not only true for only skill assessment, it is true for everything. It is always the quality and it's never the quantity. So, for 10 minutes, whatever points you are going to write, make sure they are very high quality points. Just writing longer points and going here and there with the points, unnecessarily adding adjectives and writing in a very flowery English or using very complicated words will not make it better. You need to make sure that it's precise, it's concise, it's to the point, and it's doing its purpose, which is communicating exactly what is there in your mind. So it's always the quality and not the quantity. So what ratio? P ratio. So there are different ratios in finance, debt to equity ratio, current ratio. So make sure that you're doing those kind of ratios also. Sir, I don't know academics. How should I manage when they ask me academic questions? Again, you have today, you can go through your basics from 11th and 12th textbook. Uh, AI is also available, guys. Just put a prompt on AI. What could be the basic questions? Whatever it gives, try reading it. The best thing which you can do right now is read more and more things and hope that tomorrow you retain that information and it helps you in the PI. So, no point worrying too much that I don't know. Start doing something about it. It will never help you to worry. It will always help you to do something about it. So, just do that part. Sir, how do we prepare for MSP questions? Again, just go through the entire thing. If you Google the same topics, you will find enough good content. So go through that, and that will definitely help you retain information. Again, guys, one day before your PI, you cannot memorize everything. It is almost impossible to ask any student or expect any student to do that. But one thing which you can definitely do is read upon things and try to retain as much as information as possible. And hopefully, if some of the things are asked tomorrow, it helps you and it benefits you. Sir, can a slightly mediocre, yes, definitely a slightly mediocre or average PI can be compensated by excellent academics because, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, we don't know what is the exact weightage to entrance test and past academics when it comes to the final decision for selecting a particular candidate. Since that is not known, im- assuming that everything is given equal importance and they are taking so much effort to look at so many candidates and look at every aspect for every candidate, an average PI with good academics can also help you secure the admission. So what should be the minimum length for skill assessment? They give you a A4 size sheet, so you only need to write in that much space. So I mean that's the minimum and the maximum. Obviously, if they're giving you a topic in 10 minutes, writing 5 or 8 lines will look bad. It should at least be minimum half a page or three-fourth of that page. So sir, is it confirmed that academic questions are asked in the interview? No, it's not a confirmed thing that academic questions are asked, but majority of the students who shared their Christ University experience with us last year said that they were asked academic related questions. Not everybody would be asked that particular thing, but majority have reported that, so it's always recommended for you to know your academics. So mock interview for free. I mean, if you are a IMS student, I'm pretty sure it was one mock interview was conducted for you for free. And if not, I mean, you can uh, enroll to our admission counseling thing, and there you can get the access to all the PIs and everything. Anyone, any other questions which you have right now? Oh, happy to answer it. Sir, can skill assessment topics be not from academics? Usually, the skill assessment topics are not related to academics. They are general topics. So, they can ask you topics, probably something as how is AI impacted students? Is the use of AI in assessments a good thing? It can be something related to the importance of digital marketing in the current time, those kind of things. So it may not be related to your academics at all. I have not filled anything in extracurricular and sports. Okay, in your form, if you have not filled anything, it's still fine. But you can, if you have done something, you can mention it in your introduction. So if you have won anything in district level or state level or national level, even participation is a very big thing. So you can mention in your introduction. And whenever they ask you to tell me something about yourself, you have a platform where you can speak best things about yourself for 90 seconds, but make sure to not speak for more than 2 minutes. What should we say if they ask, are you looking at applying for other colleges? Uh, Again, you can be diplomatic about this question that yes, you are aware about other colleges and multiple entrances in colleges have come up in the recent time, but you can then move forward about why Christ is your priority and why you are very keen on studying at Christ. So that's the best way to answer this particular question. That yes, you are aware, but right now, and for you, Christ has been a top priority college. So, can we conclude our MP? Yes, you can stop speaking in 60 seconds also. Again, there is not a stopwatch which you can keep in front of you and you can keep a track of time. But even if you have spoken for 60 to 75 seconds and if you don't know more points, rather than saying wrong points, it would always be recommended that you stop speaking. Important topics for micro presentation. Again, there is not a single exhaustive list which is possible for micro presentation and skill assessment. But what we have seen in April, when the last year academic cycle took place, that time there were a lot of questions which were revolving around AI, revolving around marketing. So you can be reading on those things and you can try to get your own opinions on those kind of things. Uh, Mridula, like I said, the weightage for a particular component is not known and it is not disclosed by Christ University. So it is impossible for anybody to answer this, that which component holds the maximum weightage. Anyone, guys, any other doubts which you have, you can put it in the chat section. We can have this team going for 10 more minutes and we will end it at 5:45. So next 10 minutes, anybody, any more questions? Sir, should I write a proper essay style answer for skill assessment or just write directly addressing to the question? Okay, for your skill assessment, again, having a structure would definitely be better instead of just writing directly from the pointers. So you can end up putting a intro, then going deeper into that topic, and then writing your conclusion. So a structure would always be beneficial for you. So, which comes first, MP or personal interview? Again, I don't have a clear answer on this. Few students said that it started with MP and followed by personal interview. Few students said it was personal interview and then MP. So, again, I don't have a clear, precise answer on this. But yes, it would be skill assessment and then you will be going to the panelists for your PI and MP. That is sure. And again, guys, one more important fact. If you guys are applying for multiple programs at Christ University, and that time, if you have multiple personal interviews and if it is clashing, make sure that tomorrow when you reach the campus, whoever is in charge of conducting the entire process, you are going to them and you're telling them about this thing so that they can accordingly schedule your skill assessment and then schedule your PIs so that you don't miss out on anything. So just be careful for students who have been applying for multiple different programs, and who have multiple different PIs on the same day. Uh, Few things to avoid in the interview. Okay, first and the major thing to avoid: don't lie. Please be honest and true about everything which you speak. If they ask you counter questions and if you have lied, it will leave a very bad impression. Second, don't make your answers very long. Try to wrap up all your answers in 90 seconds to 2 minutes, because it when you start speaking too much, it creates more possibilities for you to speak wrong things in that flow also. And also it looks like that you are trying to speak too much unnecessarily and you are not being too precise about what was asked in the question, because usually the questions are quite precise and very few questions are very open ended. So if they ask you why you want to do BBA, I mean, there is a very precise or particular reason to do BBA, but you can't keep on saying for 4 minutes why you want to just do BBA at Christ University. So avoid that thing. Third, don't use crazy difficult vocabularies and very flowery English. They will not be impressed by that. If they don't understand what you are trying to communicate, it will definitely not help you. So in my experience, I have seen few students, what they do is they use very difficult words which they are not even sure of during the pronunciation, and just that they feel that it will impress the panelists. But trust me, guys, it does not leave a good impression on the panelists if you are using words which are not even correct at that particular time and it does not even fit the context. So try to avoid those things. You are not trying to impress anybody with your crazy vocabulary, so avoid that. So will we get our entrance test course? No, Christ University will never reveal your score, so you will never get to know how well you have performed in your entrance test. You will only get to know if you have been selected for a particular program at a particular campus. I mean, I don't understand what you're asking me in terms of welcome. I mean, if you are expecting some welcome drink sort of thing, I don't know. Matlab, yes, when you will go, they will greet you. They will not ask you right from that second that you step into the gate, sit and give your skill assessment. They may even give you a 15 or 30 minutes waiting time before they started. So, not genuinely understanding what do you mean by welcoming us. If you can be slightly more precise in your question. So should we learn GK and current affairs? Yes, you should definitely go through GK. At least for the last 2 months, what have been the major news and everything which has been happening. They may end up asking you either a micro presentation or even in your interview about this. It can also be linked to your career choice as well if something has happened. Because let us say you are somebody who is very keen on finance and says that who wants to get into equity research and everything, so then you should know what are the recent IPOs and few major IPOs which were in news like Physics Wala or Lenscard. So you should be aware about those kind of informations. So the site of Christ is not working. Okay, so one important FAQ for all of you. Christ University actually has two or three multiple different sites, and one of them works perfectly, but other two it does not work. I think it is their older domain or something. So if you are saying that the site is not working, maybe you are on the wrong site, or also their site is not very mobile friendly. So try to log into that particular site and use the site on your laptop. Your skill assessment would be same, but your personal interview it would be on your admit card if you have multiple personal interviews. So that thing would be mentioned on your admit card. So if we have, so what should I say if they ask me why have I scored low in class 11th? Be honest. You can mention what is the reason why you have scored 11. If it is because of some personal circumstances, and if it is not something which is extremely personal, but if you can share it with the panelists, they would understand. Again, they are human at the end of the day. Next, if it is something genuine where you were participating more in extracurricular and you were trying to get more different experiences, and because of that, you were not able to manage your time well, and that's the reason you were like your 11th standard scores are down, but you have realized your mistake, and in 12th, you have efficiently tried to schedule. So try to put a twist to that answer, and you can answer in this particular way also. But again, whatever you answer, it should be true. Don't lie about your answers in your personal interviews because, again, it would be easy for those people to catch through your lie because you wouldn't be the only ones they are interviewing. Plus, they would be interviewing for so long. So just be honest about yourself in your answers. When can we expect the admission letter, sir? Okay, so as per the official website of Christ, they have said that the results for round one, the final admit letters, will be declared on 18th December. So on 18th December, which is on, I think, Thursday. So on Thursday, coming Thursday, you can expect it. How long is generally the PI? Generally, what most of the students have have advised us based on their experience is that the PI was 10 to 15 minutes. Also, on the Christ official website, it is mentioned that it's going to be a 10 minutes PI. Though there are few students in past, I know one of them personally, who mentioned that they had a 20 minutes PI. So there were a lot of counter questions happening between the interviewer and the panelist. So it went all the way up to 20 minutes, but majority of the times it's between 10 to 15 minutes, which includes your PI and macro presentation. So does the current affairs of last 3 months enough? I mean, the more you know, the better. So definitely, if you retain the information about 6 months, it's good. But definitely, last 2 months is something which you should be well versed with. And at least the headlines, even if you don't know a particular news in depth, you should be knowing that news in terms of headlines. So that's important. Can you at least break down the entire process from beginning to end? Again, there will be a skill assessment, 10 minutes for you to write on a particular topic on a A4 size paper, which will be followed with a micro presentation and PI. The order of PI micro presentation, we don't know, but it will be together in front of the same panel. Micro presentation, you get a topic, 60 seconds approximately to think, 90 seconds approximately to speak. PI 10 to 12 minutes, entire process of micro presentation and PI for 15 minutes. PI again, panelist will ask you to introduce yourself. Most probable questions are academic related questions, which program you're doing, why you want to do that particular program, why you want to pursue a program at Christ University, and your strengths and weaknesses, those kind of things. Also remember, panelists have tendency to ask you counter questions based on things which you have mentioned in your intro. So don't mention anything which you're not sure about. So let us say if you say that I have been playing cricket for long time, and then if they ask you any basic thing regarding cricket, what has been happening for at least past 2 months or something, and if you don't answer, it looks extremely bad. So if you say you are very passionate about cricket, and if they ask you that recently Indian women team world won the ODI World Cup, so they defeated which particular team to win that? Which particular team was defeated in semi-final? Now, if you say you're passionate about cricket, it is expected you should know the answer. So, in your intro, make sure to mention things which you are extremely confident at. I applied for both BSc Eco and BBA. The entrance exams for both happened at the same time. So I took BSc exam, Eco exam only. I sent an email but didn't. Okay. So what they have mentioned is that if you apply for multiple programs and if there are multiple tests, but on a particular day, if you give only one test, they will also consider that same test score for the other program. So that is what is mentioned on their website. But again, when you're going for your PI tomorrow, offline, you can get this in confirmation with them and you can get a better clarity on it. Do I need to carry a CV and SOP? No, there is no need to carry a CV and SOP, but you will be carrying your mark sheets and everything. So having your certificates and certificates of achievements, guys, again, don't carry a lot of certificate of participation. Everybody can have like 50 certificates for participating, but carry achievements and you can have that in your folder. So did they get in? The student, yes, who had a 20-minute PI, they got in and they secured the admission. They did not join later, but they secured the admission from Christ University in the first round last year. Can we include why the particular course in our introduction? Yes, definitely you can include that in your introduction, but then that should be towards the ending of your intro because when you start talking about yourself, I mean, it would encapsulate all your academic achievements, extracurriculars, internships, and everything. And then maybe if you want to specify and volunteer from your own end that why you're looking for a particular course, but it cannot be in between your introduction. Is there any problem in PI with because Brahmin boy? I have it. Uh, I did not understand the question, but again, PIs are extremely fair for everybody. Last 50 years current affair is enough. 50 years. I mean, I don't think so. That is known as current if it's last 50 years. If you mean last 50 days, so yes, last 2 months, 60 days, you should do the current affairs. So NMIMS or Christ for Finance, I mean, guys, there are multiple factors to consider before you finalize on a particular college. This particular session is not for that. You can connect with your mentors. We can have a session in the future also. So if you want some kind of session where we compare the colleges and help you with understanding how to select a particular college between the two choices and what are the parameters, put it in the comment section, drop a like. We'll definitely try to create a video on that also. But this video is not for that. And first advice, and it's a common consensus between all our mentors, that secure admission. After you have secured all the admission, we can discuss the parameters and we can take a call. Before securing, no point discussing whether NMIMS is better, Christ is better. Every university is the top university right now, and these are premier universities. So, sir, how to end the introduction and the entire interview? Usually, you will not end the interview. The interviewers will, and they will ask you maybe ki, thank you for the interview, or they may ask you that do you have any questions for us or something like that. Introduction, it should end. So for introduction, usually few guidelines are that you create a structure for introduction where you start with your academic achievements, highlight your extracurriculars. You also highlight your internships if you have done something. You highlight something which is a USP which you are passionate about or you're doing since quite a long time. If it's your hobby, or if you have turned your hobby or passion into something where you are able to make some money out of it also. So mention those kind of things and then you end your introduction. Oh, okay. So you are asking whether a turban or a tuft is allowed? Yeah, yeah. It's completely allowed. There is no problem at all. You can wear it. It's completely okay. Don't worry. So can you tell me the documents? Again, the documents, whatever you need to carry are mentioned on the admit card which you have received. I don't have any admit card with me, so I won't be able to guide you perfectly. I may say something and it may be extra, or it's maybe less, but on your admit card it's mentioned. So make sure to download your admit cards and read the instructions carefully. And anything extra, you can definitely keep it in your folder, but make sure to not clutter your folder a lot with the participation certificate. It should be something for the merit only. Tips for micro presentation. Again, we had a video before this also what you need to do, but I would reiterate it based on that video. You can also go and check out that video. But for micro presentation, create a structure in your head. It should usually start with the intro. If it is a question which has both pros and cons, mention 2 points in pros, 2 points in cons, a conclusion, and 90 seconds are more than enough. If it is something which is completely positive, so the introduction, 4 points for the particular topic, all the pros and advantages, and conclusion. How to answer if we don't have any achievements or participations? Again, it's not possible that you don't have any achievement. Everybody has done something or the other. You just need to sit with yourself for at least 30 minutes and recollect what all you have done. It may be a very small thing as per your opinion, but it can still look very good on your profile. So just think calmly and you would have some achievement for sure. How many interviewers will be there to take up PI? Students last year reported that a panel consisted of two or three teachers at max. So it would be two or three. Is general BBA not offered in the main campus of Christ? No, general BBA with honors is offered at the Christ Central campus. So it is offered. There are also other multiple different kinds of BBA, but at Christ Central Campus, you get BBA, which is normal general BBA, and honors is a possibility. Also, guys, if you have any more comments after we would be ending the stream in the next 3 minutes. After that, also, if you have any more comments or anything, put it in the comment section. Make sure you are liking the stream. I hope I have been helpful for all of you guys. And again, make sure to subscribe so that later on, when the Christ round two is happening, and that time when we give you the update on the deadlines and everything, you're not missing out on any updates. And also, guys, very important, there is a website called Grad School Zone. There also you can keep on tracking everything. On the comment section, we'll be pinning that website. So make sure that you're using all the resources which we have made available for the public, and everything is for you guys. So can there be 6 to 7 panelists? Uh, I don't think so. It is impossible. You'll have 6 to 7 panelists. So, what questions can be asked for law? Okay. Even for law, it can be that, first of all, why do you want to pursue a career in law? Then why do you want to pursue BA LLB, especially from Christ University? Why Christ University is a priority for you compared to other colleges? Then they can also ask you some legal principle questions, because it would be expected out of a future law aspirant or future lawyer that you know some basics about the law. And I'm pretty sure if you are applying for law, you must have given CLAT, so you must be well versed with the basic law principles. So you can do, but again, you can try to do those things. And if you are a IMS student, I'm pretty sure you must have taken a mock PI also with our mentors for law as well. Sir, if the first choice for the campus is not central on the application, then we won't have it as a choice for the second or third. I mean, the preference was given by you guys only. So, based on your preference, if they seem you completely fit for your first preference, they would be selecting you for that. And that's the reason we say that whenever you fill the form and wherever there is a preference, be extremely careful about these things. So, should I carry my extracurricular certificate? Yes, you can keep that in your folder and you can carry with yourself. But again, carry the certificate of merit, avoid the certificate for participations. Gamer boss, I mean, it's completely fine to carry it. There is no harm in carrying it with you. Later on, if you still don't feel that it's something which you want to showcase to the panelists, you can keep it in your bag and not even mention it. But always carry the documents with you. Whenever you decide you don't want to go forward with a particular document, you can keep it in your bag, but always have it ready and have it on you that time. Dress code, again, like I mentioned, be extremely well groomed and well dressed. Formals is advised for all of you. Micro presentation, like I mentioned, for micro presentation, uh, tips are: have a structure in your mind, create a structure. A very good structure, usually for many topics, is introduction, 2 or 3 points in pros, 2 or 3 points in cons, and a conclusion. If a particular topic is extremely positive, so then you can. So, if a topic is, let us say, the need of digital marketing in current scenario. Now, this is a topic which is need of the hour. Many companies are doing that. So, you can introduce what is digital marketing and all the 4 points for the topic, and then you can conclude. So that kind of structure, if you have it in your mind, it will always help you speak for 90 seconds and give concrete points instead of repeating the same points again and again. Raghav Gaur, sir, if you have three preferences, no, if you have all the three preferences for BBA, then you don't have to give 3 PI. If they are for completely different courses, then you may need to end up giving multiple PIs, but that will be mentioned on your admit card. So make sure that you're downloading that. Blue blazer and blue trouser with white shirt is what I am planning to wear. It's perfectly fine. Color is not a problem. There is no distinguish between blue is better, black is better. Blue blazer, blue trouser is completely fine. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Any more doubts which you have, make sure to put it in the comment section. During this 1 hour stream, we have covered almost all the points which are majority of your doubts. So I hope I have been helpful to all of you. And I'll just take last few questions and then we'll end the stream sharp at 6. Sir, what is the duration of the interview? Interview will be somewhere between 10 to 15 for most of you. For some of you, it may go as long as 20 minutes also. Is time necessary? No, it's not a compulsion to wear a tie, but if you wear it, it always looks better in a formal setting. So that's it. Thank you so much, guys, for joining and connecting with us. Make sure that you are subscribing so that whenever we are coming with all such future sessions, you are not missing out on any important updates. And again, Christ will be having a round two in the month of April, where 6th April is the date for the examination. 10 to 12 will be the PIs offline. Again, examination will be online. Christ allows you to again apply in the second round if you get rejected in the first one. So don't be disheartened at all. Give your best tomorrow. Let's hope for the best. I wish all the best for all of you. And I hope you get in whatever program you're aiming for. But if some of you don't make it, don't be disheartened. You can apply for the second round. That said, thank you so much for joining. I hope this has been a good session. Thank you so much, everyone.